If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. One heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss and lose and start again.
Hey yo, 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 hey yo. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
Threats are part of wrestling, you know, but you gotta look at the person that's making the threats. This fat son of a bitch is challenging all of us, has been world champions before, been in this business 15, 20 years, and this fat son of a bitch is going to challenge us all out.
Calm down, okay? All right?
He's fat. I'm going to...
about this.
I don't care if he don't... I'll make him bleed.
Let's go!
Who are those guys?
Your brothers? No.
Yes!
Beginning to get on my nerves. Who are those guys? I couldn't do that. Could you do that? How can they do that? Who are those guys?
The fucking DIAZ brothers!
DIAZ, get the fuck out of bed, you lazy bastard.
You piece of shit.
Connor, I know the media has a ton of questions for you, so I just want to ask you, what do you think of this turnout?
Yeah, fuck the DIAZ brothers, yeah? Fuck those cockroaches!
Are we live?
It's Friday night, everybody. We're back. We're here. No earring tonight. Big news. But we got David Feed on. Marinus talking about their new book, Gemini. Crusaders looks awesome. Put your hands together for a beautiful show tonight. Bancroft's on after this. We got all this with the gutter. And we're here, starting the weekend off right, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. What's up, everybody in the chat? Mugen one. What's up, Mugen one? Mugen. Alex. Georgina, looking good, Georgina.
That might have been one of the shortest intros in DIAZ Brothers history.
Yeah, we're doing a little casual, you know, a little chillax. Everything's running well the last few weeks.
Dude.
No, like, crazy hiccups with the computer, so.
The 3D printers had not been running well.
Oh, yeah, well.
I was ready to go postal yesterday.
Yeah, you were going to take a Tommy gun to some 3D printers. It was not good. But let us know, how's everything sound?
Am I coming in clear? Hey, Mom, I said, am I coming in clear?
There was like a ghost in the machine thing happening for the last 2 days with the 3D printers.
Yeah.
And then once I solved the one, then all of the other ones were just like, all right, man, we're working. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, we had when you were out of town, there was 2 3D prints that were printing for a full week.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you came back, they both messed up.
Right.
So it was...
Yeah, they have a vendetta specifically towards me.
A week of printing.
Right.
What would you say the percentage was done on those pieces? 85%?
No, nowhere near 85%.
What?
Yeah, they were probably 50% of the way through.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
they're like 3 feet tall.
The one was 19 days.
Yeah.
And yeah, it didn't get anywhere near finished before it failed. Yeah, it was a disaster.
I like to call that lost wages.
Yeah. Well,
it's probably this one is the better one. Welcome to the show, everybody. We are streaming on YouTube and on the Zaid Comics X channel. We're not on Rumble. Bancroft, you're in the chat. I don't know if you set your stream up yet. There's something weird with Rumble and StreamYards now where it keeps saying, unless it's just a us thing, where we're getting an error and we can't connect to Rumble.
Error.
And I deleted the destination and tried to put it in again.
Yeah,
and it keeps saying there's like a connection issue. So we're not on Rumble right now, even though it says we're supposed to go live, but that'll get deleted in 24 hours. But you're over here on YouTube and on X. Thank you guys for being here. We got a lot to talk about.
yeah. Is there a Louis this week?
There's no Louis this week.
All right. Can we do a poll super quick?
Poll.
We'll put a poll up. Should we unbox the Chungus? Because it's not very visible. Like it's technically there and it's in the box and stuff, but he doesn't look that cool. Should we unbox
You take him out of the box
and put him on the table? Or should we leave him in the box on the table?
Yeah, I'm liking this these polls here. Do we take Chungus out of the box? Shout outs to Out of the Box. Hit TV show. Yeah, no Louis. Gordon Good Brothers leaving because there's no Louis. Yeah, Louis. I heard Louis was having a door issue today.
His whole life.
David's
is a
like,
door issue.
David watches the show sometimes. David's like, I'm not going to do my David impression because he watches the show sometimes.
Does he?
Yeah, but he used to. David's like, hey, Louis, Louis having. Could you? I just went shopping because I have a bunch of soda and waters I have to bring into the arcade.
Right.
And he's like, hey, when you get a chance, Louis says there's something wrong with his door.
Right.
And so I go outside and I see Louis messing with his door. And then he's like, yeah, Louis can't get in or out of his door. And then I go outside and I see him and he opens the door and he goes into his
right.
And then he comes back out and I'm like, oh, you see you using your door, huh, Louis? It's not working. Like, I just saw you use it. Anyways. So Louis is annexed from streaming this week. Okay.
He's a liar.
He's putting time out.
GD liar.
New Diaz or old Diaz? Yeah, this is the new season.
Is it? What changed?
Diaz Brothers show. We got new shirts.
Mm-hmm.
We got flashy lights.
Style my hair so it doesn't look so curly.
Yeah.
Does it look curly still?
I don't know. And then we got new Diaz Brothers art, which is in the thumbnail, which we'll show off in a second too, which is pretty awesome. We got Kamara in the chat. What's up? Say what's up to some people. Dale A is here.
What's up?
Alex BRB, who I packed his box last night. He'll be going out tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe.
If Brandon obliges.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how I feel about that one.
David Feed is in the chat. What's up, David? David will be on later in the show.
Tariffs, yeah, we're getting our power from overseas.
Cranberries lurking. Marinus in the chat, who will be on later in the show.
What's up?
Good to see you. Yeah, lots of indie comic news, creator-owned comic stuff. Stuff is going to launch soon. We were talking about it last night on the Creative Block, which was just basically a chill stream.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you guys were going to make creative block stickers.
Yeah.
And then I was going to go in there and then start tirading about how I was going to make the Diaz brother sticker.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll see which sticker is more popular at Heroes.
It's just Diaz brother?
Yeah, it's just a sticker of me. Right? Because you're with the creative block guys. Right. And then we'll see which sticker was more popular at the convention. But then I was drawing and I finished the pencils on page 9 for Magic Cop.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, Magic Cop. That's why we have this new art too. Well, Magic Cop. We got GTA 6 coming out next year, coinciding with the release of Magic Cop. I've decided it's just going to come out when GTA 6 comes out. So if they keep pushing back the launch date. It was supposed to come out this year, just like GTA 6, but, you know, we're being paid by Rockstar.
What is it, 6 more months?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, how many pages could you do in 6 months? A page every 3 weeks?
Yeah, if I do 1 page every 3 weeks,
good job.
I'll be going good.
New TV show, The Diaz Brothers, starring Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
TGIF.
So vote in the poll and tweet this out so we can get more people in the chat here. We're going to have some, we're going to talk about comics later in the show. And we got mail. I guess we could talk about that.
Mail.
So first thing on the docket here is what?
And we have that death of the week.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it's great. You're not even doing like a section about, and I'm going to go like this for this one here. I'm going to do this GTA 6 trailer.
Right. We're not. Yeah. There's too much to talk about in the show.
Yeah, there's too much to talk about in the GTA 6 trailer would basically take up the whole show.
So we got shirts in, everybody. I'm wearing one of the shirts. Here is the Kickstarter shirt as well. There, look, that's right here. It's like looking into a mirror. It's on the sofa.
Yeah, it's like looking into a
Why don't you hold the shell bean? You hold the shell bean. And then we got the
good guy, right?
Yeah, he's a nice guy. We got the Jason Krager Kickstarter shirt for people that grab this over on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
These are high quality. I handed one of the shirts to someone and they're like, this is high quality. You guys should spend less money on these shirts. I was implored. Yeah. I'm like, they're like, you guys should treat your backers worse and cheap out on your shirts. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. We make some great shirts. And then we got, this is the
your backers
Indiegogo
don't deserve
shirt.
it, Phil. I don't care.
Look at that. Big logo. Shout outs to Alan Alonso, the Howl Comics for the logo and the design here on the Psycho Slumber Simon shirt over on Indiegogo.
Gordon Goodbrother saying, I heard the shirt is shockingly good. They are nice. I'm wearing a shirt from Printful also, and it's the same kind of shirt that we have for these Psycho Slumber ones, and it is very, very comfortable.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, and the colors are really good. I like the color that this one turned out. I think it was called Heather Slate, and it's a gray, but there's a just ever so slightly blue to it.
Yeah.
And it looks really good. I think it looks better than just gray.
The gray, yeah.
And the red shirt is really nice too because it's like a dark, I forget what that one's called.
Like a maroon.
Yeah, it's called like ox blood or something like that.
Jesus,
but it's cool.
That's
you
perfect.
can see the difference between the red curtain and the shirt.
Ox
and it looks
blood.
really good.
Yeah, super. So those are in. Those are going to be shipping out tomorrow. I mean, it still hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about the freeze, guys. Anyways, these will be shipping out separately from your books. A bunch more books went out yesterday, and the rest of the domestic should be going out tomorrow. Besides people that got signed copies from Doug Mankey, those books are on their way here. They should probably be here tomorrow or Monday for sure. So yeah, and those are going to be awesome. So domestics almost all fulfilled. Then next week we can focus on getting international out, which is
Right.
Annoying, but we got to do it
Yes.
because we got to pack them all together.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the Illinois internet. You're all right. What's up, Jolly in the chat?
What's up?
Good to see you.
You gonna do a big Pope segment?
Yeah, Chicago got the Pope.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to.
All
But
right,
you
well,
can go.
there
You can do it.
No, that's all we got. That was
New
basically it.
New
He's
Pope
from Chicago.
coinciding with Vatican City coming out in 2 weeks, issue 2.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Are they gonna put Pope Louis?
Pope Dicka is what
What's
we
his
were
name?
calling
Pope
him.
Lou?
It's Louis.
Pope Dicka?
No, Leo. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Leo.
Leo.
Pope Leo, yeah.
It's our boy from Chicago.
Yeah, I read a post that this Pope is the first Pope to have likely eaten at Culver's.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting, I think. Like
Probably the first Pope to have had deep dish pizza as well.
deep dish. Well, I feel like they would have
Yeah, those are
dragged
down.
some other Pope over here and been like, "Hey, Padre, have a big
Bobby.
deep- yeah, I'm making a pizza just
Yeah.
like you." Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would say
Pope.
getting back to the shirts, you probably still could order a shirt, but please don't because we already bought them.
Oh yeah. Just wait like 2 weeks, and
2
then
weeks.
I'll put them up on the website probably as long as it's all squared away with the Pope.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have a bunch of shirts we're going to send out, but this is big Psycho Slumber news. We have been getting more backers recently because we're fulfilling on time. And we are like 1 or 2 backers away from breaking 9K on Indiegogo,
Yeah.
which would add to the overall
amount of money brought
between
in.
the two things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys have not grabbed any of these books, people are reviewing them. You go look up Psycho Slumber on Twitter and check out those reviews. That one we got last week, I read it after the show. It was awesome from that comic review guy.
Oh, you read a review? Oh yeah,
Yeah, we
one
looked
from
at
the
it, but
thing, right.
I didn't read it in details on stream. Super happy with that review.
I thought you went
Really
back
cool.
and talked to that Japanese guy at the comic book shop.
No,
to hear
he was
his
having
review.
a blast though. Yeah, that was last
Yeah,
week.
he was like slapping his knee and his sides were splitting, and
Yeah,
he had all kinds of weird problems.
Japanese guy
going on.
loved it. Comic reviewer on Twitter also really enjoyed it. Yeah, we did free comic book day last week, and we sold our wares over there. And someone read the book in front of us, and seemed like he was having a good time. And then he bought the book after he read it. So, shout outs to that guy. That was awesome. Yeah, so go over there, and if we break 9K during the stream, I'll play a song or something. I'll be very grateful. All right. What else we got here?
How long do you have to grab it from the campaign? I mean, I guess you could still grab it, right?
Yeah, you could grab the books.
We had
still have
somebody
books, so-
email the website,
Mhm.
and they said that they're big time indie comics. I don't remember if they were talking about like the Sphere or anything, but they wanted to basically get everything.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Hey, you don't have Magic Cop 1? And you don't have Psycho Slumber up there. What's the deal?"
On the site?
Yeah. Because they wanted to buy everything.
Oh.
And I was like, well, Psycho Slumber is in demand in Indiegogo right now.
Yeah.
But we'll put it up on the website, soon. But we got to make sure all the backers get it. And then, Magic Cop 1's out of print right now, but we're working on Magic Cop 3, so we'll probably just do some reprints around that time. But yeah, I mean, you could just wait and buy it on the website.
Oh yeah. Or if you want it now,
Yeah, if you
could
want
still
to
back it.
add to the amount of money that gets siphoned off and given Indiegogo, you could do
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah, that'll get you it faster, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Don't worry, Alex. Yours is shipping out tomorrow. All right. Tonight, you guys saw it on the intro. They over on the gutter, Aldous and JP are going to be talking about some book, Swords of the Swords as
of the swashbucklers.
A pirates in space book. Butch Geiss, who recently passed, R.I.P. And a book called Swords of the Swashbucklers. There we go.
Ashwords. I'll take Ashwords.
Words are hard, yeah. So this is going to be at, what do they usually do, at 11:30 Eastern time? Let's bring up my little handy dandy thing here.
So if Butch Geist died,
He did.
how recently did he die?
Last week. He passed last week.
All right.
Very
So the value of this thing is going to skyrocket.
Well, he did so many comics. He's a very, very prolific
he was
comic
doing like
artist.
quantity over quality.
No, he did a bunch of awesome comics, I would say.
Oh, that's good.
So that is 11:30 p.m. He'll be over there Eastern time. Go check them out. And then after this, Bancroft is going to have our boy Arvid Nelson on, who apparently launched the full book of his fantasy book, Band of the Crow. I didn't even know about this.
Wait, this one wasn't the full book?
No, this was like the
so you're telling me I paid $3 for not even a complete book?
Well, you didn't pay any money because you didn't.
Look, I'm doing the bit here. Yeah. $3 American for not even a full book.
How much was it? I think it was $5.
That's even worse.
So make sure you guys jump over there. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Also, so little mail call here. I've got a few things from the mail. This, speaking of indie comics, new books coming out. Look what I got. Your friend and friend of the show here. We like to call him Cool V. Remember him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool Von Coleman.
Seems like a relic of the past.
I feel like this silently shipped as well. Speaking of silent launches, like Mr. Arvid Nelson.
Silent arrival.
The silent arrival of Phenomenova 2. Issue 2. I got a bunch of covers. You got this chick.
Right.
Some sort of justice figure.
Yeah. Isn't she supposed to be topless?
Justice?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure.
Fighting the Phoenix Senshi right there. And then everybody's favorite cover.
Yeah.
Burned Away. So I'm excited to read this. Critical Blast fulfilled this. They got this out a very timely manner. And yeah, books are coming out. So shout outs to Vaughn Coleman. He doesn't even watch the show, you know? He doesn't even watch the show anymore.
He's
Did anybody else get that in the mail?
indulgent.
I heard that it's already done fulfilling.
Well, that's what you get.
Insane.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, maybe he should do some more topless covers for his characters.
Dude, did you see that Rebecca Romaine news?
Yeah, I was meaning to save that for Hardline, but
well, there's, two distinct audiences. Friday audience and a Monday audience.
Monday's the more horny audience, I thought.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to talk about it on Monday.
Yeah, Rebecca Romaine. Mystique.
Did you like the first comment on it? It was great.
Yeah, we'll talk about it Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need more good, wholesome, topless covers.
It can be done. Unless you go to your local comic book shop and then they're like, there's too many kids that come here.
Yeah, there were a lot.
We don't want any of your pornog.
Well, this is what the real comic fans want. Shout outs to Citizen Ronan. Is Citizen Ronan in the chat here? Let's see him here. Someone alert Citizen Ronan.
Yeah.
Angela's not even here either because she would love this post. The Easter bean has been united with the other shell beans. Look at that.
Yeah,
Beautiful
all three
sight.
of these beans are pretty premium.
Beautiful
The
sight.
silver ornamental bean. You got that skin tone human realistic bean. And then now we got that Xavier Renegade Angel cosplay Easter
beak.
bean.
The
Yeah.
beak nose. Yeah, I like the beak nose. That is funny.
He doesn't have a big bean though. I don't
No.
think.
He doesn't have the
Yeah,
big
he's
beak.
going to need a big bean.
And here's the all the goodies. You got the Easter Big League Chew right there.
Big bean chew. It should
You
have
got
been called.
the Red Dye 4 chiclets right there.
Mm-hmm.
And some little vinyl figures as well. Oh, and the Warhead sours. That's great.
That's like a push pop, right?
Yeah. I mean, that is the benefit of being in a Zaid Comics chat, right? These
Definitely.
giveaways.
Yeah.
Free giveaways.
Once we start doing, those Shack gummies, I think we should do shell bean gummies.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really good.
Well, we could 3D print a mold, right? And then just pour our own gummy.
Right, you could. Yeah.
Chocolate, laxative, whatever you guys want.
Yeah, whatever kind of laxative you want.
Human realistic bean is easily the most disturbing bean. I'd agree.
It's pretty funny.
We need a big bean that's human painted. Realistic bean.
Yeah. It'd be awesome.
We got Ellie in the chat. What's up, man?
What's up?
Good to see you. Sumo is here, but he's driving. Be careful, Sumo.
What's up?
Good to have you in the chat, though. Appreciate it.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, so Big Bean, still a big seller on the Zaid Comics site. Also tonight, this is big news.
Big news.
Mr. Pete Cimetti is going to be going live after the show, right? 8 o'clock our time, 9 Eastern. After the show, he's going to be going live on his stream, and he's launching his new endeavor. Have you heard about this, Brandon?
No.
So he is trying to trailblaze into printing his own newsprint comics.
Yeah, I did see a little bit about that. I got distracted by the Pope news.
Yeah.
But this took a second seat. I did see that. He got a printer, like a print press, right?
Yeah, well, you probably got it confused because his name's Pizza Medi.
Right.
And that Pope was the
Pizza
Pope
Balla.
Pizza Balla.
Right.
So that did happen around this. Hey, that's not what I was highlighting Pizza Medi. But what's up, Black Justice? So this is big. He's launching it on Fund My Comic. I think he wants to raise like 15 grand to buy a big printer.
Oh, he doesn't have the printer.
He does. Yeah, he's always crowdfunding so he can get the printer.
Right.
And he's done test prints on like inkjet printers and stuff like that.
Sure.
With newsprint paper.
Yeah.
So he's fed up. He's added up to here.
Yeah.
With these printers. And
I can see that.
He's now going into business.
Yeah. Why don't we have him come out and show us why our printer can't print the book?
Yeah. You want to talk about how we have a printer?
Yeah, we have over here, Galloping Ghost Reproductions, we have a production printer along with the large format printer. This is like a production printer that can print on, 11 by 17, 8.5 by 11, whatever. And super quick turnaround. But, and this is what I've been making my prints on and all this stuff. But whenever I go and put the PDF in the book format to print on the printer, even though it's in book format, it prints it wrong. It prints it like, I was trying to print those. I don't have any here, but it's those little
Should we
ash can
sell
ones.
the printer to Pete? Is that what's happening?
No, we need it here for work. But those little ash can pinup demos, right? And so I was trying to demo print those, and instead of it just being like an 8.5 by 11 fold over, which is what it's designed to be, it prints like 4 images on one side of the sheet of paper, and they're all correct in order, but it would be like if you then cut that piece of paper in half and then folded them like this and then put the book together. And I can't figure out why it's doing that.
The formatting issue.
Yeah, it's clearly some formatting issue, but every possible setting that I've messed with hasn't. 100%. 100% a problem, but I can't figure out why it is. And there isn't a good tutorial that I found. Yeah, it's a Canon Image Runner something.
My idea was you should watch some YouTube videos on how to.
They're all like.
And how many YouTube videos have you watched?
A number, but they're all like that kind of video that you would have for an HR department in a corporate office
an Indian
setup. No. It's all like a guy in a button-up shirt with a tie, and then there's no audio except for the elevator music with the narrator being like, and then put the paper in the tray. And it's like, I'm not retarded. Like, I get that. I need some actual, like, how to use this printer.
We did have a guy that came out to fix the printer, and he ensured us that the printer is capable of stapling
and
booklets together.
Allegedly saddle stitching books also.
Does it do square bound glue?
No.
Okay.
But there is in the menu of consumable items, and I don't know where this is in the machine, but the cartridge of staples and the cartridge of whatever does the saddle stitching is full. And so in theory, you could have these books spit out, folded and stapled,
could you
and
imagine?
ready to go.
We could be the new Pizza Medi,
Dude.
you know, and we could be making our own comics here, but we need a third Diaz brother, the new Diaz brother. What's up, Snarkticon? Where's Snarkticon been?
Yeah.
What's up?
Johnny says if you draw every copy by hand, that avoids the problem, which is true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Johnny. What's up,
I
Johnny?
did try
Good
to
see you in
web
the chat.
DPI my CYMK tanks, but there wasn't anything wrong with them. So I don't know. And we had a repair guy come in because when we got it, it was used, and he replaced some stuff in there. And he showed one of our guys, but he's not good at remembering stuff. I should have been over there.
We
I think I was out
got
of town.
Amanda B. It was Amanda's B day last week.
I feel like that's the whole setup about
it
the
was.
name.
Yeah. Amanda B day. So happy B day again.
All right,
Alan's
we're
in the
not
chat.
asking Louis how to do it. We could let the joke go.
Yeah, well, whenever you see Brandon, harp on him about this printer. He replaced the ink with vinegar. That might be an issue there. Yeah, you were sleeping, of course. We're watching the floor. All right, so go.
The floor's over.
Help out Pete on his crowdfunder about getting a printer so he could make kick-ass newsprint comics. It's gonna be dope. Go check that out. All right, speaking of kick-ass comics, oh, this is really cool. I was going to pull something else up, but this is also a kick-ass comic. This is so cool. So our boy from Tejas, Mr. Chad Townsend, Sir Chadwick, check this out. He has one of his new Black Phantom. Is that what the book's called?
Right.
Black Phantom. Books is glow in the dark, and this is the one that I got, and I'm super excited about this. I'm pretty sure he's going to be at Heroes Con, and hopefully he'll have some of these. But look at this. This is a video from the factory. There it is in the light, and look how much that glows. That is,
and it's white in the daylight. Wow,
yeah,
that's really cool.
It's white, and then all of the white is glow in the dark ink. So that's really cool. I was talking to him about this last night. I'm like, oh man, that's super tempting because I've always wanted to do like a Crimstone glow cover.
Yeah, they have blue glow in the dark now.
That's what
too.
I asked. I asked him because he thought his printer said something about red.
Right, red is easy.
Red glow red?
Yeah.
What?
Blue is the hardest, or blue is one of the hardest ones because in order to make the blue glow, you need like really high energy light spectrum to make it glow. So like the only thing you could make the blue glow with is like UV light.
Yeah.
Because it's higher energy. But the green is easy because like regular blue ambient light just in, you know, the sun or whatever can make it glow.
Yeah.
Blue's the one that it glows the least because there's not as much energy to make it glow.
If we were
but
able
it's
to
cool.
do a
You could
blue,
do it. Like you could light it with like a black light or something.
That would be so cool because you could have like Crim's tattoo be white and then his hair being blue. And then if you could have the tattoos glow blue, it would be amazing.
wastoid glowing green.
Right. And I'm like, oh, because he's like, oh, I don't think the printer could do blue. And I'm like, oh, we could do a wastoid glow in the dark green cover, which is so awesome as well. Yeah.
Somebody could do
Super
blue.
dope.
They make blue glow in the dark.
What's up, Raptor?
What's up?
Good to see you, man. So if you guys haven't, go check out Chad's campaign. Get this glow in the dark cover because I did. It's gonna be so cool. He's a real hardworking dude over there and making some really cool stuff.
Is this factory in China? Chinese factory?
I don't want to say.
Because they're probably the ones where you could do it, you know, because of the uranium.
Right. He was. There was a funny conversation where he's like, oh, I thought my factory people said they could do red, but I was mistaken because I was on a call. Yeah. I'm like, no, they were telling you the ink is made of lead.
Yeah.
And then we laughed. It was good. Jose, what's up, man?
What's up?
Good to see you, Jose. Mm-hmm. Yeah, check that out. Chad is awesome. And he's going to be at Heroes Con.
So they couldn't do red?
I don't think so. He's got to talk.
How could they not do red?
He's he's doing a lot of things. But this was I was originally going to segue to. I got a package from another one of our
just
boys.
Like Steve from Blue's Clues.
I know. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. It's from.
Let's spill this.
Mr. Dan Dahl, Double D, as I like to call him.
Mm-hmm.
It is bubble wrapped.
Oh.
And we're going to see what this bad boy is.
Bubble wrap glow orange in the dark?
It might. Under black light. It does say Space Invaders on the tape, though, which is a little misleading.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's Space Invaders.
Space Invaders.
Dan, I know I just assume why it says Space Invaders because Dan does he used to do a lot of sketch cards for Tops, and he did like a bunch of Space Invaders ones. No, not Space Invaders.
Oh, so he was just reusing the tape.
I was thinking of Mars Attacks. He did Mars Attacks things. Why does this say Space Invaders on it?
Because
did he buy a board?
Space Invaders.
He has a Space Invaders board because this is the arcade board bubble wrap that we use.
That is true. That's really, really true. That we used to use orange bubble wrap.
Yeah. Did we? You know what? That might be the bubble wrap I sent this book to him in from the arcade.
Yeah, that's probably why
it's the same bubble wrap.
So you sent that to him to have it drawn.
Yes. Okay. So this is. I'll show you guys the front of it, and he sent me a little extra thing, which is badass.
Extra.
This is a very rare, very tasty.
Is it old? Like rare because it's old and out of print, or what?
Rare because it's a low run sketch cover. Man, this is stuck in here, Dan. I want to break this little thing here.
We'll just show it.
I guess I'll just show it. Well, it's double sided. I wanted to show the.
Nah, don't worry about the other side.
Right. So this is a rare sketch cover blank of a Simon Bisley Last Ronin book. I think it's issue 5 of Last Ronin. And I sent this to him, man, maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago, probably over 2 years ago. Because I'm like, hey, I will have this blank. I want to commission you to do a Casey Jones sketch on this blank sketch cover. And he had downtime and he was getting back into the swing of things. And he's like, you still want to do that sketch cover? I'm like, yeah, I sent it to you. I'm glad he didn't lose it. But look at this. Look at this. This is original art. This is on the book. This is an original cover, penciled, inked. We looked at the pencils and inks the last couple weeks. And he even did gray tone markers on it with Copics. One of a kind. You see he's got his signature on the beer can and a little shout out to the Biz on the Biz bottle. How freaking jacked this guy is. And he has the Simon Bisley body count mask. So Casey Jones has this special mask in the Body Count series, which is a mini series by Eastman and Simon Bisley. So freaking dope. I'm so excited to put this on my shelf, facing outwards. But if I could get this out, I could show you what's on the other side. He also sent something special. And I wish he was in the chat here so you get a shout out. This is stuffed in here. How did you get this inside this thing, Dan? Gordon Gruber Brothers says, "Give me that." I feel like I'm going to ruin this whole thing if I try to pull this out. Overstuffed. Double stuffed. This is freaking an Oreo right now. I can't. Maybe it's taped in here? Maybe the tape is. I feel like I'm literally destroying this. I'm going to have to cut this out because on the back of it, he sent... and is Joe Ball in the chat? Probably not. But look at this. He also sent this sketch of death character. Joe Ball's I think this guy's name is Father. If I'm not
That's Joe
mistaken.
Ball's father?
Joe Ball's father right there. Look at that. That is insane. Thank you, Dan. Look, there's Dan right there. Dan, how did you get this in here?
You have to heat up. You have to heat it up. Yeah, I think this is called an interference fit. So you heat up the case, and then you jam the book in, and then when the case cools down, it shrinks a little bit, and then it fits around here.
Well, the other side of the book, I want to take it out because on the other side of the book is Simon's. What just happened? What just happened? How did you get that out?
I went like this and pulled it out. It was on camera too. It was on camera.
What just happened? Maybe squeeze. Did you squeeze the sides?
No.
Oh my goodness. All right. I'm gonna open this up.
Once I called it out for what it was as an interference fit.
How do I open this up?
It knew I couldn't be messed with.
All these artists just like pack things. Does this open now? Is it one of those sticky? All right, I got it.
Yeah.
There's tape.
Writers, am I right? You should see Phil in a revolving door.
Stop it. All right, here we go. So here's the original art. I want to feel it.
Ooh. Phil has fingers like a Jack Kirby character.
What does that mean? It doesn't even feel like it was drawn on. Is this digital? Did you print this on here?
Printed it on the
That's
cover.
so sick. And then here's the Bisley.
As you spill your Jocko energy drink all over it.
Yeah, that would be horrible. So this is like, the cover is the Bisley, Virgin cover. And then the back cover is the kick-ass blank. No whiteout. No, you used no whiteout?
No, it's all white.
Oh, it's all whiteout with a black cover?
Yeah, you meant to put a comma there. No, whiteout.
Oh, man, this is awesome. Dan, the man, thank you so much, man. We got to have you on stream again soon. Just to hang out because it's been too long. And we got to do more Lost Pages work. Here's the kick-ass death piece. And he threw an extra board in there. Thank you, bro. That's going on the bookshelf. There you have it. What time is it? We got 15 minutes.
15
so that's everything we
minutes.
had that came in to show off. Put that back in this box. Oh, no. Back in. Can you put this back in here, Brandon?
Probably.
You're able to?
It. Yeah.
You want to do it?
All right, we'll do it live. We'll do it live on camera.
That was exhausting. All right, let's see what else we got here on Twitter. We got that's just a little thing. A lot of cool comic art online. I saw a rad.
You said mash it, right?
No, not mash it. Just put it in there. I saw this. Speaking of amazing art, someone shouted out this Kenneth Rocafor piece. I just wanted to show this off. This looks like I mean, it's obviously Superman, but who is this? Is this Queen Bee? I know Dan's a big DC guy. He's still in the chat. This is like a really cool. Remember Queen Bee?
No, I was thinking of
Or
Dr.
Bumblebee?
Girlfriend from the Venture Brothers
Bros.
when she was the Monarch.
Yeah. Now, is that the chick's name? Queen Bee from like Teen Titans? The evil chick.
Pythons. I don't know. I never.
She has like a
watched that
beehive head dress. But look at that. She's like got honey arm.
Honey arm.
Yeah, big butt.
Yeah, big butt is good.
Man, Kenneth's Killer. This is so dope.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is colored by him as well. Alex is Wood.
Yeah, the coloring is really good.
Yeah, he is awesome.
Yeah, he can do
his books
better colors
at the
than
printers,
me.
right? I think his books at the printer. And yeah, we talked about Groken 4 coming out.
Yeah,
or
with the
launching
R.
soon.
You remember?
Yeah, don't remind me. Bat Sauce in the chat. What's up, Bat Sauce?
What's up?
Good to see you. Is that Roku? It is. This is old school. Well, I don't know how old this is, but I'd imagine it's old school. Kenneth.
Where's the signature
doing
on
his,
it?
right there. Boosh.
Where?
On, right here.
Oh, yeah. Wow, it's very integrated.
Yeah. Kenneth is one of a kind there. David Feed would say that. I've seen your books, David. Yeah, hashtag Rokaforce in the chat there. For sure. Had to show that one off tonight. I just saw it right before we went live. Said to tweet about that. This is another awesome artist that has been featured on Bancroft's show a bunch with his art shares. Luke Eidenschnicht. Eidenschink?
Schink.
Eidenschink.
Eidenschink. That's German for removing a sword from its scabbard.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Eidenschink. Luke, really, really cool artist. People might call him a drawtist because he does very intricate detailing. But he has a series of art books, and this is his newest one. It's on it's on Kickstarter. The reason I'm going to be back in this is because he did this kick-ass Dark Tower piece, and I think he's selling it as a print on the Kickstarter. So I'm going to grab that and put it under my other Jay Lee Dark Tower piece right outside of my bedroom.
I hope
really
that
cool
they
stuff.
are lithography prints.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because it's just black and white, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that would be totally awesome just to get like a single ink press of something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, super, super cool stuff. Shout out to Luke. And he said he was open to going on Bancroft's show. Let's see if Michael can make that happen. You know,
Jab showing up to correct my German.
What did he say?
He just said, what?
Jab. All right, we have some more mainstream things here. I know, Brandon, you have been a big critic of
many things.
DC's new Absolute line of comic books. All right.
Yeah.
Absolute Batman.
Right.
Absolute.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of Absolute Batman, but
the design.
It's passable, right? I just don't like the subversion and character subversion. I think that's stupid.
Well, I mean, it is kind of obviously a way to try and reinvigorate sales because it's something new. This is something I didn't know about the Absolute Universe. It's actually was created by Darkseid in the regular DC universe. Like it was something he created. It was like a pocket dimension.
What was it? Did
I
they
don't know
give you his
anything about it.
motivation?
I have no idea.
Like, hey, I want to create this other universe. Darkseid, why would you do that? I feel like subverting the audience.
I just want to see Bruce really jacked.
Yeah. What if he was a construction worker?
His mom's alive. Yeah, anyways, I didn't know that about it, but Absolute Batman is the biggest title at DC right now, I would imagine, going into the first book, going into its 7th reprint.
Why wouldn't you just make a new character? Like a cool character instead of some stupid shit.
Jacked Man.
There's plenty of things you could do.
Because they already own Batman.
Right.
Okay?
But now you're
look,
basically just defacing Batman.
What's up, Angela?
Which is stupid.
Angela, don't worry. I will get a haircut.
Batman's already a character.
Before Heroes Con. All right. I'm in this weird spot where I'm like, man, I could use a haircut. But then I'm also like, oh, Heroes Con is like more than a month away. So should I just wait until before Heroes Con?
I don't know. I definitely need a haircut.
Brandon needs a haircut.
Yeah, Jacked Man.
Yeah, Jacked Man.
Black Man.
Black Man?
Yeah, Black Man. He's just huge.
I'm thinking I'm black.
Yeah.
says.
Well, I was going to bring up like a Spider Venom type character, right? Like you take the character, like a symbiote Spider-Man, right? And you take that character that already exists. He's got his whole backstory and everything. And then you take him into a subversive direction, but in that universe, right? You do it intelligently instead of just, we're putting the name of this guy that you think is really cool on this stupid stuck pig that nobody wanted.
Everybody's loving it. Even the Absolute Martian Manhunter, which has gotten crazy criticism from shows like Michael Bancroft's show.
Yeah. Huge show.
People are loving it. So
they like Absolute Martian Manhunter.
Yeah. The readers
Is it
are all
because
about
it's Martian Manhunter, or they like it because it could have been called Alien whatever the hell,
it could
right?
have been anything. That
Right,
one's like
that's
the
what I'm
most
talking
thing where
about.
it's like, oh, it could have literally anything.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the argument, like American Psycho 2, right?
Jolly.
Absolute terrible movie. And the one guy here was saying they probably had a screenplay for a movie where there was a girl who was a killer in college, and they were like, nah. And then the studio owned the rights to American Psycho, and they were like, yeah, we'll produce this, but if it's called American Psycho 2, and then change up the script a little bit.
Bancroft likes Martian Manhunter. Well,
that's fine, but it shouldn't be Martian Manhunter. He's not even from Mars.
He's not from Mars. All right, let's introduce you to one of your favorite Batman villains in the Absolute Universe.
Clayface.
No.
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze is re-envisioned by Marcos Martin.
This is the Mongolian lesbian.
No. But this is better than that, I think.
Okay.
We don't know the origin or information. I think it comes out next week, and here we go. Absolute Mr. Freeze.
He looks like that Russian experiment, that Russian sleep experiment where you were sleep deprived in that gas chamber.
I love that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would call that a creepy pasta.
Stupid.
This is another image I saw of him. He had like vials of blue liquid sticking out of his back.
Yeah. Was he sponsored by Element?
Yeah, he's very salty. Cranberry likes it.
That looks sweet.
Looks sweet.
That doesn't look anything like
Guy
Mr.
from
Freeze.
Game of Thrones. No, hey,
Ice
Critical
Cube?
Reads. That's our boy. Critical Reads. What's up, man? I can remember his name. This is not. Yeah, it's not Tom King. It's Scott Snyder, who's the biggest DC writer right now.
They should have got Scott Steiner. It would have been better.
He's fat. Hold on.
He's fat.
That's right.
Martian Manhunter author is a huge communist. That explains it. But still, how are you a Martian and you're not from Mars? That's the name.
They wrote it off as like, you can't conceive what I am, so I'm giving you something to call me that you and your humans would understand. So seemingly he's from like a different dimension. Right. Martian is it's the most popular alien.
Why not just pick Australian Manhunter or African Manhunter or Mongolian Manhunter? Like, why?
We got Rick in the chat. What's up, Rick?
What's up?
Good to see you. All right. We're coming up to the time where we're going to bring our boys on. We're talking about some indie comics.
Is he strong feelings towards Martians being called Martians, even though they're not from Mars?
I don't know. But we do have one thing to show off, and then we could do a quick Gambit segment before we get them on. We got our boys on. We have, you guys saw it in the thumbnail. We have a new piece of awesome art for you.
Is it better than that stupid Mr. Freeze drawing?
Yes, it is. And it'll throw you back.
They should have just called it Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I love Dog the Bounty Hunter. Here it is.
And he could have been an alien from a dog dimension.
This is a throwback to the Batman animated series. If you guys have purchased our books in the past, sans the newest Psycho Slumber, you'll see
what's up with that?
we have like a thank you page that we put in the book. It's got this old kick-ass image that Passion for Drawing drew of us, Brandon and I, working on comics. And this is the new thing. I did a little sneak peek in the thumbnail. So this will now, probably the first thing it'll be in is Magic Cop 3. When we come out with Magic Cop 3, this will be the new thank you page. This is drawn by Rick Sellis, one of my favorite artists. If you guys have seen the Lost Pages animated series trading cards that we've put out, this is kind of our new badass thank you page for Zaid Comics here. Check this out. We got Brandon driving the Viper and me riding away. He gave me white pants.
Yeah, white. I was just thinking that. I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen you wear white pants.
I could start, man.
Yeah, you probably
New year,
should.
new me. We got cool gothic Chicago in the background. Also, like he did like this blur too, like the background's blurry.
Yeah,
it's just so cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
This is gonna be cool.
This is the guy who did those trading cards. You said?
Yeah. He does this really awesome Bruce Timm style.
Yeah, that's cool.
And he had like every so often, I follow him on Twitter and he's like, commissions are open. So every time he opens his commission, I always get some stuff from him.
Yeah,
so he'll be doing some more characters.
He gave me that Clark Kent curl on the front of my head.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So we're actually getting some more characters done. I have a bunch of those cards that no one's seen. Like I'm just waiting for the next Lost Pages campaigns to come out. So with every Lost Pages campaign, we'll have a card that features that main character on it.
Ooh.
And I feel like we've almost run out of characters. So now I'm doing villains. So he's going to be doing some villains next. And it'll be cool for everybody's set. And one day we'll probably put them in a book or something.
Did you not wear the earrings so that you could jive with the drawing here? Is that why?
Yeah.
I figured.
Yeah, I didn't mention the earrings. So
did you see somebody who's currently in the chat?
Are you going to single them out?
No, I don't remember who it is. I don't know what the name is. But they did those
Remember who it
action
is?
figures. Those AI rendered action figures of the characters.
I meant to bring that up. Yeah, where is that? Shoutouts to Rex Sellis. I have that up here somewhere. Unless Alex did those. Alex VRB. That was for the creative block last night. So I showed it on the creative block. I can pull it up really quick.
What does this mean? Brandon's expression looks a lot like his expression from the FCBD photo.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
FCBD.
Here it is. Look at this. He did a Magic Cop. Isn't this? I was saying Magic Cop looks like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
He does look like
right?
Jean-Claude Van Damme, yeah. Don't challenge me.
Exactly. He's even got like he's standing like him as well.
He's about to do the splits.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just missed
Awesome.
the wizard sleeves. Oh, free comic book day. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
You
doing
can
the
just
same
write free
facial
comic book
expression. Yo, whack ass in the chat.
What's up?
I'm gonna send the link to our boys.
That carnal guy, he's way too realistic looking. His head.
That's what's hilarious
He's
about it.
freaky.
Yeah, he's a freak. He's a freak.
Who's that old kid with the bow?
That's from where is this? Fiendish.
Was that supposed to be Narwhal? With
Yeah,
the
that's
bow?
Narwhal,
Young with
from
the bow?
Fiendish. It's my favorite character, actually. And this
Deliberate-
chick looks
was that
so
Alex VRB
Disney.
Did it?
Yeah, Alex
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah, she's a little too Disney.
You know what her name is? She's from a Pearberg book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, her name is Salome.
Salome.
And I don't know if Pear
Dude,
knows.
that's
that
how the
joke.
Corinthians say hello.
Yeah, shout out to the Corinthians who aren't Martians. Hold on, Marinus. I'm trying to send this stupid link. Oh, I got to do paste. What's it called, Brandon?
Paste is
Paste is text.
plain text or something.
Paste as
as
plain text.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, what the hell's up with that?
It's just on this computer.
Stupid.
I got to send it to David Feed too.
2 people?
Yeah. Where is it going to be a party tonight?
My God, there's not enough room in here for these people.
Yeah, well, we don't have 2 screens, so we can't use the screens.
Hey, David Feed is in the chat.
I know. These guys are following along. We do have a super chat here from Angela. What's up, Angela? $5. Could we make Brandon's? I guess this is a thing.
Yeah, apparently.
Even these women know what Free Comic Book Day is and how to shorten it into just letters. Could we make Brandon's Free Comic Book Day pick a sticker and where's Louie? Cheersies. Happy Friday. I didn't know this picture was such a thing. No Louis this week.
Color correct my nose from it being freezing outside.
Yeah, Louis is barred from the show this week because he had an attitude.
Yeah, big Louis embargo.
Yeah, so he's putting time up for this week. But thank you for the super chat, Angela. You got a little bonk for you.
Well, I guess is I didn't even get a free comic. The fuck
you did.
Phil may or may not have something.
Oh no, I did get you something. Yeah, I think I might have something for you. Here you go. All right, we have some guests tonight. I've been meaning to get them on, and this is the perfect time. They got about 4 or 5 days left to the campaign, so we gotta make it strong, everybody. Some guys that have been around for a really long time. Do I have an intro song here? I do. These guys not from Mexico or America. Could you imagine that? Comic creators, comic lovers, everybody sub to Marinus' channel. He's always reviewing books. We got them right here. Marinus and David Feed. Boosh. What's up, guys?
Hey. Ooh, how cold is it where David Feed is right now?
Yeah, David, how cold is it by you?
It's it's pretty cold. Yes, I'm in Switzerland. It's super cold, and as you can see, but I'm prepared. I'm prepared for that. Hey, I'm from Mexico, by the way. I was born and raised in Mexico.
You said the song was appropriate.
I am from Mexico.
There you go. You've heard that song before, then. Awesome.
Yeah. I'm half Swiss, half Mexican, but I was born and raised there, and yeah, now I live in Switzerland in the cold and snowy and rain.
Isn't it hot over there in Switzerland, Dave?
Sorry?
Is it normally not that really cold, like more warmer, summer warm? Or is
right
it
now
extremely cold and
warmer,
extremely...
I don't know. We had like 2 warm days, and then it started to go dark and rain. It's like back to the...
It sounds like Chicago. It's sometimes like it's warm for a week, and then it's back down to the 50s and below.
Dude, it was like 80 degrees on Monday, and then it was like 50 degrees the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's Switzerland.
Well, they don't understand Fahrenheit, so you got to Celsius that up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you say 80, 50, like, god damn, that's like...
yeah, it's like 80
that's
degrees
like
Celsius.
Above the Sahara, what the hell?
That's crazy.
But you guys are teaming up for this new awesome book, Gemini Crusaders, which the art looks so cool on it. And let me pull this up here. Why don't you guys talk about that? Because I've known you guys for like years now. Yeah. You guys have been doing YouTube and your own books in the past. What made you guys come together for this one?
Well, mostly it was more that I was, writing a story, and David and I know each other for a couple of years now. We are actually friends. We chat daily, right? And David is making Red Eyes 4, and I showed my script to. I wrote about 15 or 20 pages or something like that, and he wanted to collaborate with me because I was hesitating to give it a go, right? So I just writing. I said, hey, what do you think about this? And I was thinking about making a comic on my own. And basically David said, hey, I want to help you with this. Just do it. And he basically gave me the push to actually go with it. And that's how it started.
Yeah, look at this. And this is just from this image alone. It seems like a crazy mishmash of genre, like the weird, like biotech thing in the background. It kind of reminds me of like some Martian stuff they did do in the Justice League animated series. Remember all that stuff with Martian Manhunter? Like they were these weird like biotech guys, which is really cool. And you got a dude in like a suit of armor, so it's mixing that fantasy with sci-fi, from what I could tell.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the goals was to make something that is like nothing people have seen before.
Yeah.
So it's medieval fantasy and mixed with a little bit of sci-fi and a lot of body horror.
Ooh.
And also, you know, the big point was to make it something quite original. The design, the story, the design of the monsters, the design of the... Because, you know, there's like kaiju stories. No, there's hundreds of kaiju stories.
Yeah.
And mech stories, you know, like they're all kind of the same. It's like, no, we want to have something like a mech, but completely different. This is a biomech. This is different. For example, they don't have weapons. You know, they don't have like a gun with ammunition. Like everything they have is their own bodies. You know, like the arm transforms into a giant energy cannon. If they need something else, like the shoulder that transforms into a hive of missile clusters. We're making a conscious effort to make this unique, bizarre, alien-looking.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. It's really, really cool stuff. And people already in the chat are pointing out the orbs.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, that has, I believe Michael Bancroft said it, that Rob, you know, his co-host always says, oh man, yeah, I like the orbs. And then it took its own life. So it's stuck with the orbs, right?
Yes, exactly.
The nice looking things.
Really, really cool.
Right front and center, right there.
Some good page layouts. Yeah, and the awesome thing here too, the interior art is amazing as well.
Thank you.
It's really, really cool stuff. So what's the basic like pitch on this book?
Well, the pitch of the book is basically it's a medieval setting, right? Let's start with the beginning, because to a little bit of context, I wanted to have something sci-fi, but also something that in a setting that, you know, you normally don't see sci-fi in. Mostly sci-fi is in, you know, modern day with people with weapons and atomic, you know, rockets and all that stuff and guns. I want to have these people that are being constantly in danger because they're being invaded by an alien species. And they barely survive because, you know, they are being overwhelmed by those creatures. Those creatures came in, crashing in the village hundreds of years ago, but they're being hunted by other aliens. They are using bioweapons, these pylons, as weapons to exterminate them. So there was a war years ago, and so supposedly those you know creatures were defeated, but then they came back. Right? But those people that came from the stars, those other aliens, they are gone. The only thing that is surviving is these remnants, these bioweapons that are scattered across the lands. But nobody can understand what's going on, where they come from. But since they are now a part of the history, people always think, hey, they are always been here. Right? There's little more about that. They don't know where they come from. People don't come near them because some of them see them as holy, or just the other way around, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So only some thieves and some scholars try to get to, you know, figure out what's going on. And then these girls are special. They have the, you know, they found out how to pilot them because one of the girls, the blonde one, by the way, with the orbs, she's a scholar. She is actually studying these bioweapons. And they came across one of these dead bodies, and then they figure it out. She's there with her sister, how to operate these things. And then, you know, the invasion comes, and they have to defend the kingdom from all these horrible monsters that wants to destroy the land, right? And take over and eat their faces.
This is crazy. Just that monster imagery. I mean, it's like, of course, like David, you always have monsters in your book. What is your obsession with these heinous things?
Well, this was Marna's idea, but now I'm just helping a little bit with the design and trying to make them unique and not just the typical orc. I mean, medieval, you think, you know, like trolls and orcs, like no,
yeah,
something something different. Like this is bordering with like eldritch horror style, more like cosmic horror style.
Yeah, it's like organic horror, which is like a totally different visual than any like Lovecraft stuff, and it's kind of like more intriguing to me because you get a sense of nature with it, and you also have that like tryptophobia stuff where there's all these holes and everything,
intrinsic fear that everybody just has built in.
It's kind of familiar, but then horrific, which I think increases that uneasiness.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it is the medieval time, and the monsters, they're kind of sentient, not kind of sentient. So it's not about them having, like mechanical parts and gears and springs and stuff. Like it's all really biological. Hence the body horror part of the team.
Yeah,
the pylons, like the good aliens, so to speak, they are like biomechanical. So they're really like a mix of biological with machinery.
That's awesome. Oh, this is Pau Rodrigues. Shout out to Pau. Doing some great work.
Yeah, I mean, I love his work, and we wanted to have a cover from him. And, he's doing a lot of cool kinetic stuff that I like in his art, and he's drawing very fine women as well. And I think that's probably a draw for a lot of people. Me too.
Yeah.
I'm a man of culture, if you will.
Good to know.
Right.
Good to know. Yeah, this looks awesome. Let's see. We got Baz in the chat. What's up, Baz? Good to see you. Sid, what's up, Sid? If you guys are just tuning in, we're looking at the new book from Marinus and David Feed, the Gemini Crusaders, over on Indiegogo right now. Definitely check it out. It is the link is in the description. If people could drop it in the chat as well, I'll pin it up to the top of the chat.
Sid is our artist, by the way.
What's that?
He's an artist, Sid.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Kick-ass. Yeah, amazing art, dude. Great work. This is really cool.
Yeah. So this is what I said is one of the pages. This is a flashback scene that they are going in some kind of a monastery, and then they are finding some stuff, including this dead guy that is wearing some kind of a crown, if you will.
Ooh.
But they haven't still figured out what's in here. They're going to find out that later. But, look at those colors, man. It's just really
the colors are really cool.
Framing is awesome, too.
Yeah, really good layouts. Yeah, this is awesome. Talk about the title. Where does the title come from for this book?
Well, the Crusaders, I think, more like a medieval kind of, name. But
Sure.
the Gemini is more like these are two sisters, somewhat twins, Gemini too, right? So I think, it was just a name and it stuck. And I think that's a cool title. I said, let's go with it, right?
Yeah, it is unique.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Get some horse action.
Yeah, this is one of our other characters called Bertram. He's becoming I'm trying to do a trilogy here, maybe 4 books, but trilogy is the goal. And, Bertram here is the also the guy on the first cover, and I wanted to make him, the classic hero, the virtuous guy, the leader of the pack, rallying his troops, beacon of hope and all that stuff. And it looks great. But he's going to be important in the later issue.
Yeah, it's so cool. And I love the contrast between the medieval with this giant, crazy, organic mech monster in the background. It's super unique. I love that.
Yeah, I also want to create some kind of a narrative here that the people that are, defending the kingdom are not very easy having these big lumping monsters stomping around them, helping them, because they are seen as something of an abomination. But the other groups say, well, they are helping us, right? They're defending us. They are here for years. They saved the country and the village years ago. But there's a lot of, uneasy because they are not human looking, right?
Right. Yeah.
So there's also a little bit,
Yeah, look at that. That's so cool.
Yeah,
I love her outfit as well. Even in battle, she's a great outfit.
Looking
no spacesuits, just they're normally clothes. Yeah.
Oh, look at these guys. That's crazy.
They're going at it.
Yeah,
going at it.
Really
the thing is, like the sisters are like outside of the pylons. They're basically regular girls, right? Like they're not, like these boss girls that can fight dudes and whatever. No, they're just regular girls. Like
Just
once
normal.
they're in the islands, they can pilot them, they can do all the stuff, but outside they're normal. And this is another aspect of the story. Like the guy, not everyone can pilot these things, right? So the guy, the hero, he cannot, but he's still a hero. He's like, okay, I cannot pilot this monster, but I still have my sword and my honor, and come on, guys, let's fight for the kingdom. And it's I don't know. I've always compared to Levi from Attack on Titan. You know? There's like this type of hero that doesn't have powers, but he's still, like fighting and at it. He's like the Batman of the Justice League, I guess.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. You always have that's a great kind of archetype to have, well, let's take a look at this trailer because you have a pretty cool trailer.
Thank you so much. Yeah, let's go.
Play this. Blow it up over here. Boosh. Oh wait, where'd we go?
He's gone.
Where are we?
Here today, gone tomorrow.
Awesome trailer. Yeah, that looks super cool. So you said you're planning this to be a trilogy or 4 books, right?
Yeah. I mean, the trilogy is always yeah. Sorry, what did you say?
How many pages is this first one?
32 full color. Yeah.
Awesome. And how far along are you guys into here?
We only need to do 7 pages and then the book is finished.
Oh wow, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we are pretty far in. I mean, we started pretty early because I don't want to, said, oh, let's make a campaign, but we only are 2 pages in or something. I mean, I know how long it takes. Because I have a normal life here. I have a job, and David as well, and Sid as well. And probably you all know how long it takes to make pages, comics, changes, coloring, and editing stuff. It takes a lot of time.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
Yes.
Make a lot of upfront so that people, hopefully don't have to wait long for that before they get their books.
Yeah, that seems to be more prominent nowadays, even in crowdfunding, where people are getting a lot of the book finished before they launch a campaign.
Yeah.
I know that Bancroft was talking about that and maybe putting his work online digitally before he has everything done to launch, and kind of seeing if he could build another kind of like side fan base that way, which is an interesting concept, especially, he's doing everything on his book. So that's cool. It's good to see the progression of that, definitely, so these things get out, when they're supposed to.
Yeah, and even Arvid, he's doing, I believe, in a half hour on Bancroft stream. I got this Band of Crows book here. He did this preview book. It's a complete book for very cheap, and then now he's making 8K on Kickstarter, which is great.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy for him. He's doing fantastic. And
he's really kind of paving his own path that way, which is really, really cool. And I mean, people have been doing that for, almost 2 decades now. You look at kind of the webtoons or web comics, people that would just put their content out for free on their own website.
Yeah.
And then launch Kickstarters, and they do so well. Like some of the biggest comic Kickstarters have been that way, where they have a built-in fan base because they've been putting it out for free online, and there's still that craving for a physical book.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah. So
there was a Lecter Fencer. He did Meyer or something like that. I think that was like I don't know if it was a webcomic, but I know the pages were like for free on DeviantArt.
Yeah.
Before you put in an actual book.
I believe it. Yeah, that's like kind of like doubling down on yourself and putting that work out there and building that fan base. We got Katie in the chat. What's up? Katie,
Hey, K-pop.
Good to see you. Sheldon Martin is here. He seemed says he was excited for the book. Why is there a big Chungus poll pinned instead of the link? Oh yeah, I'll pin that.
There's one right there. Should I have to end the poll first?
I don't think I have to end the poll.
It's one more up.
No.
Let's see. This one? All right. I got it pinned at the top there. There you go. So go ahead and back this. You guys have 4 days left to back this bad boy.
Yeah, and if we're not gonna fund it, I said we're gonna make this book anyway. So it's coming out. I'm trying to go on Kickstarter and fund my comic as well. So we're gonna continue. Right, it would be cool if we can fund this. So every backer is a win, in my opinion. But we're gonna make this book anyway, right? So
awesome.
Yeah, we're almost done with the book. So we're 7 pages, and everything is colored. We need 7 pages to make the color, and we're on it. It's 2 of us. Like we're all putting our money into this. Like we're putting the money where our mouth is, or whatever the expression is. So we're gonna make this bad boy happen. Come what may.
I cannot
come hell or high water, as they say.
Yeah, and it's the flexible goal too. So that's how that works, right?
Sure,
So it's coming out. Go over, back this. This looks super unique. And very unique. I've never seen anything kind of like it with those 2 genres mixed, and the monster designs are freaky.
Freaky awesome, right?
I love that. Yeah.
Have you seen anything like the name of this city up here?
Yeah, what is this city here?
Oh, you mean the kingdom? Oh, it's just
no.
It's all yours.
City Hoogensand?
Oh yeah. Hoogensand with a hard G. Hoogensand. It's in I'm in the Netherlands, right? So it's in the north. I'm a northern guy.
The Vikings over there.
I like that. It's not Switzerland, but close.
And is this Alan Goldman here? This art on the cover? Yep. Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah. His art is fantastic.
Yeah. I thought too, there was a while like you see a lot of his art, but I feel like he's doing even more than he has ever done. Like he's on everything now. Like everybody's got a cover by him. He's doing interiors for, I think Dave Brink has him on a one shot.
David,
so he's getting out there.
Please show yours. I mean, David has also some cool Alan Goldman stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see it.
The hardcover for my collection of 1, 2, 3 is by Alan Goldman.
Oh my god! I remember this. This is a big. Is that a wraparound?
Yeah.
Look at that. My god, dude, that's awesome.
It's a lovely wraparound.
Jesus, isn't that great?
That's insane.
Look at those monsters.
My favorite part of the book.
Yeah, the woman, of course.
Back cover, very nice, and the front cover, also very nice. Woo.
Wow.
Yeah,
and the monsters. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Who's that monster with all the heads? That's cool.
I don't know. That's just like a random monster.
Why are you looking at that monster? What's wrong with you?
Like I said, like do some fish monsters, and he then included this thing here. So I don't know.
That's so cool, dude.
Yeah.
That's Red Eyes.
Yeah, that's from Red Eyes.
Could people still grab that?
Yeah. I'm campaigning for issue 4, and you can get the hardcover collecting 1, 2, 3 plus 4, of course.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait for big like collections and stuff doing that for our stuff and hardcovers. That's going to be so cool. And that's awesome that you've been doing this for so long and you're able to get those formats. That's so awesome. Yeah, look how thick that is. Yeah, the patented knot. We got Alex in the chat. Alex BRB, backer 56 over there.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Over there. Yeah.
Hey, thank you, Alex.
Alex is awesome backer.
You get a fantastic product, man. I promise. You will love it.
Yeah, I mean, just the art alone looks so cool. The story sounds super unique, like I was saying. And if you guys love monsters, you're going to need to grab this one.
Yeah, really so since we are, very close to the end, I probably shouldn't do that. But, maybe, give him a little push. Can I show another page?
Yeah, please.
Let me find an awesome. It's in the beginning, so probably it's not really a. Well, or I can show you what I've already showed on. Let's do this. This is a cool one. I like this.
Let me do a refresh here on this. See if that comes in. There it is.
Oh, yeah, two
Nice.
backers. There you go.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Yes.
Here it is.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool.
The tale of how it all began. When the alien beings came to Earth and they are, warning the townspeople. Of course, they're being shunned away because they are looking weird, right? And then that thing is crashing into the mountains.
Yeah.
And then they are melting, dying, and there's a red mist that's spreading, and everybody is affected by it, is being killed. And then
that's so interesting. I love the storytelling here because there's no panel borders, and it's just separated by color and this kind of plume area where it's not like everything's color held. That's really cool.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's more like a campfire story when
Mm-hmm.
the blonde one is just looking at the campfire, and then she tells the story of what happened hundreds of years ago, right? So I want to have this flame image, when the story is being told. I mean, you probably see that in movies when people are just sitting at the campfire and then the camera zooms in and then it unfolds. I want to have something like that, I kind of 100% replicate it, but I thought, this is cool. I want it. Put some different colors in there so that it pops really. And I think this is a very cool visual.
Yeah, this is probably one of the best ways of doing that.
Yeah, super unique. That is really, really awesome. Yeah, it really makes everything pop too. And once you get those the letters laid on top, it's going to really tell a story.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, like I said, on the right side, we have the aliens coming back, try to save the people, but it's too late, and that started the war, right? Basically, you see how these people are melting and dying and gruesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic,
gruesome.
Awesomely gruesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool. Great work, Sid. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys definitely grab this. I'm going to be grabbing this. I can't wait to dive into this. I love just the mishmash of things you guys are putting together here, and you got the hot babes as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Means that
we give the people what they want.
Exactly. Yeah, nailed it.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, thanks for coming on, guys.
Sure.
Thank you for the invite.
Of course, yeah. I'm glad we were able to do this before the campaign wrapped up. We did have a poll in the chat, guys. I'm going to end it right now. About 40 people voting. Thank you so much. So we do have this is a poll that's very important to the show.
Right.
I don't know if you guys seen this. You guys aware of what Big Chungus is?
Big Chungus?
No.
You don't know
with
Big
ISIS?
Chungus?
Or no, I don't know.
Do we have to play the explanation video of Big Chungus?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We're going to show you as explained by, is this Liquid Snake, Brandon?
Yeah, I think so. Liquid Snake from Metal Gear Solid fame.
Yeah. He'll explain to you guys what Big Chungus is.
Bugs Bunny, the Looney Tunes character? The very same. In 1941, during the peak years of the Looney Tunes franchise, a cartoon was released named Wabbit Twubble, where Bugs Bunny faces off with his longtime rival, Elmer Fudd. But for just a moment, to mock the foolish Elmer, Bugs inflates himself to a comically bloated form, a moment that lasts only 3.4 seconds in an 8-minute and 22-second long cartoon. 3.4 seconds. That's all the time Big Chungus had ever existed. And yet decades later, he would become more famous than Bugs Bunny, despite being Bugs Bunny himself. You see, Snake, memes control history. And I shall use the power of memes to control my own destiny. Do you honestly think Chuck Jones or Mel Blanc could have expected internet trolls to deify a character that doesn't even exist? Make him far more infamous than his own true identity as Bugs Bunny? Big Chungus lives on as the dominant meme.
What Was that in the game? What the hell?
Wow, great.
Okay.
There's a hidden scene in the game.
Yeah. Big Chungus here. We'll do this. Big Chungus is a meme. It's Fat Bugs Bunny. So here I'll
It's actually real.
yeah, so they did a little vinyl figure of Big Chungus here. We got him recently. And the poll tonight was if we should leave him in the box or take him out to display on the table. We had 41 votes. Thank you guys for participating. And it's yes, right? Yes to take him out.
Yeah,
of the
by
box.
a huge margin.
Take him out. So I guess we're going to take him out and display him on the table. Yeah, we have it's a little joke around here. You know, we love Big Chungus as a mascot around here. We got a little Big Chungus emoji in our chat.
Yeah, he's
for our
the
members.
dominant meme.
He is the dominant meme. And this is big. I didn't know this. Snarkicon says he has a Ugandan Knuckles figure as well.
Oh, yeah. That's an old one.
Yeah.
Deep old cut.
I want to see that. Post a picture of Ugandan Knuckles, Snarkicon.
Ugandan Knuckles is hilarious.
We also have Shani in the chat. What's up, Shani? Good to see you.
Missing the show.
Yeah, missing the show, but always great to have you in the chat. If you guys just are coming in here, we're about to wrap it up and go over to Michael Bancroft's. And check the pinned link in the chat or the link to in the description to the awesome comic Gemini Crusaders. It looks super cool. If you guys love monsters, you're gonna love it.
And orbs.
Yes, and babes. And we have babe orbs. There he is. Big Chungus is here. Let me get him on. Hold on. There he is. Get a little close up. There he is. Look at him. Oh my God. Look at that.
That's neat.
Amazing. Big Chungus. The dominant meme, ladies and gentlemen. The dominant meme. It's going right here. Chat has spoken. Thank you guys for being here. And thank you, everybody in the chats, for hanging out.
Absolutely.
I hope you guys have a great weekend. Make sure you back this book. There's only 4 days left to grab this awesome book. Insane art. Let's bring it up again. Look at that. Crazy cool art from some awesome creators. And this is going to be a series with at least 2 more books in it. So yeah, where could people find you if they want to check out your stuff? Definitely plug your channel, Marinus, because you do awesome reviews all the time.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, Dark Side is comics. You know, probably you know me. It's Dark Side _ comics. You can find me on YouTube. I'm doing reviews every day. Do some unboxing, but mostly daily reviews. I'm on X, probably known as Twitter. Also on Minds. Yeah, but Minds is more like an art dump, but mostly on X and on Instagram as well. You can find me there. Check it out.
Yeah. How about you, David?
So you can find me in DavidFeet9 on the Twitters. I posted as a comment in the chat.
Oh yeah.
And Red Eyes 4. If you check it out on Indiegogo, you'll find it, and that's where you can find it. And right now I'm helping my man with the Gemini Crusaders.
Oh yeah. It's going to be great.
I'm going to add you guys as moderators too.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
And by the way, thank you for having us. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know we were going to do it a few weeks ago on the Creative Block, but the time zone is, that's a later show than this one. So I'm glad we were able to get you on over here too.
Yeah, I got only a couple hours sleep, so after this show, I'm probably going to. Yeah, probably, or maybe I'm jumping in the chat on Bancroft. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, it's going to be like 8 or 9 hours difference or something.
Yeah, what time is it by you guys?
It's free after midnight.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's okay.
Yeah, you can sleep when you die. I mean, come on.
Exactly. Well, Bancroft is live right now. We're going to send you guys over there. And then a bunch of other stuff to watch tonight. You can go over to Pizza Medi's channel and check out what he's doing with his printing endeavors. I think his Fund My Comic launched for that. That's definitely something to look out for. And then the Gutter tonight with Aldous and JP talking about that Space Pirate book. Looks really cool. It's always a great stream talking about comics over there with those guys. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week where we're going to have a bunch of more news and new stuff. The filming's still going on. So a lot to do. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll catch you on the flip flop.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, this is for Amanda B.
Happy birthday.
Hey, you guys are watching Bird Up.
Wait, I'm just a professional doing a job.
Me too.
How old are you? You took a Xanax today?
B.
Niggas Dexter and niggas Sister Didi. Oh boy, wonder what they're gonna get into today. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Not again. Back to the lab again. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Not again. Back to the lab again. Uh-oh, Dexter's in the lab again. Making up anything he's imagining. There goes Didi, his sister. He always argues with her.
Final question. There's one thing you could change about the industry. What would it be?
One thing I'd change about the industry.
Leading question.
It's just stop sticking your nose in what other people are doing and get on with your own work. Do you know what I mean? Just stick your nose out of people's business, and tell them what they should be fucking doing and not doing, and do your own shit. You should be, you've got to be creative. You should be getting on with your own deal,